two-stage macro down and up during the lunch session. Looking at our dollar index during the same time period, we can see this. So the dollar index essentially just traded down during the lunch session, and so it was kind of just working in tandem with the S&P 500. I think that if you were looking at the dollar index at that time, you could see that it was falling throughout the course of the lunch session. Would have probably been a good cue that the market here, you can see that we bounced off this order block here, came down to the 75% retracement of this black candle or that order block. Then we traded into this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency during the lunch session. So you had an opportunity to either get in short or get in long during the lunch session. Okay, and now let's talk about the PM session. Okay, guys, so PM session was another two-stage macro, up and then down, and you can see that we came down and attacked the sell side liquidity here at 45.15. All right, so another two-stage macro here during the PM session. Didn't really get any clean movements on Thursday. It was mostly choppy, mostly an inefficient price delivery. However, you can see that the PM session was a lot cleaner, a lot fewer wicks than the AM session. So your cleanest price action on the S&P 500 or the ES today came during the PM session. Dollar index during that same time period. You can see here that the dollar index traded down and then up, so basically another two-stage macro. A good idea there, guys, when you saw that the dollar index made a low and came into this sell side liquidity and rejected it, so basically a turtle soup pattern into this buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. You can see with my cursor, if you saw that the dollar index was rallying during the PM session, that coincided with the S&P 500 trading down, so you could have used your intermarket relationships there to see that. Okay, guys, I'll just show you a quick picture of the NASDAQ. You can see the NASDAQ was mostly inefficient today, cleaner during the PM session than it was in the AM session. I don't think the NASDAQ was the best play today, to be honest with you. I think personally, and I am having a hard time even like getting these words out of my mouth, cleanest moves came on the YM, guys. So just a clean move down during the course of the trading day on the YM. Had you gotten in, you can see that on the YM we had this opening range, volume imbalance, and then we just attack sell side liquidity, these equal lows here. So if you were looking for the absolute cleanest instrument with which to trade, the best trading vehicle for the day, I'm going to have to say it was probably the YM. Believe it or not, just straight down into our sell side liquidity targets. You can see that we had choppiness on the NQ. We had some choppiness on the ES. YM was your cleanest actor today by a long shot. So if you are trading multiple instruments, if you're looking at multiple of these futures products, the micro Dow, the micro YM was your cleanest movement on the day. So we just basically sold off the whole day on the YM. 30-year bonds, two-stage macro today. You can see that we opened higher and we formed a high during the lunch session, and then we traded back down to 121 spot 18. So basically a two-stage macro up and down on the 30-year bond. There was a period of time where the dollar index and the 30-year bond were trading higher, and that's right about when the ES started to sell off. And so if you had caught that, that was a strong indication that we had a little bit of risk-off sentiment today. But other than that, guys, your cleanest move was down on the YM today. NASDAQ was pretty choppy, did not really want to go lower. Micro Russell was also a clean move down, not as clean as the YM. And then your S&P 500 or MES, pretty choppy as well. Probably your cleanest move with the least number of wicks or inefficient price delivery came during the PM session. Okay, guys, in this video we reviewed the price action in the futures markets for Thursday, August